I want to talk to you about
here at the John Wooden Center, getting ready for the routine of Kelly Siskowicz, the junior from Waukesha, Wisconsin. Her best, a 9.7, so she's excellent at this event.
Nice mount. Hops up to a support, straight arm, straight leg press handstand. Great power. Wow. Double split leap. Now, according to the rule book, the performer should not stop more than 2 times in a balance beam event, particularly to catch their balance or, oh, what a shame. Naturally, now that's a half a point, 0.5 of a point deduction. Back to the stop, so there should be only 2 designed static moves in the exercise. Oh.
So perhaps a break in concentration, Gordon?
Well, yeah, I think so. When you fall off, it can't do you all that much good. Back Summy catches that with a little problem. Getting set up for a dismount. Oh, she really cast that back too. Didn't get any elevation at all on her back with a full. Not happy with that exercise.
So a disappointing performance for Kelly Siskowicz. If you're wondering, the balance beam 4 inches wide, 16 feet long. And here's where we believe Siskowicz had a little trouble.
Well, this spin is really a difficult thing anyway. You've really got to keep your body in perfect alignment. Now we're going to take another look at the dismount. Just takes it right straight back. Pretty good landing, but she's disgusted with the whole exercise at this point.
Keep in mind, she did crack a rib. She's coming back from injury, so that could have affected her performance, at least trying to balance and stay on the balance beam, wobbling back and forth there.
Well, I think where it really affects you, Chris, is in your training schedule. It just takes so much time out of your training.
Next up on the beam, Michelle Kolovin, and it's up to her to perhaps right the ship for Arizona State.
UCLA and Arizona State have much in common in gymnastics. They both have wonderful, complex programs, both very good in men's and women's gymnastics. It's a thrill to be around both institutions.
8.45 was the score for Kelly Siskowicz.
Oh, nice mount. Valdez through the handstand. Split leap. Looks really solid. Had one little slight balance problem earlier. Back handspring, back handspring. Now, technically, all gymnasts to get a complete score have to put 2 tumbling combinations together back to back. They must put 2 dance elements together back to back, or acrobatic elements, whichever terms you prefer to use. Oh, Michelle, too bad. Her routine was going so well.
Go, Cola. Come on, Cola.
Hang in there, hang in. Well, she has a total of a full point in deductions just from leaving the apparatus now. Now, getting set for the dismount. Double full twister. She had a great routine, too. It's too bad she fell. And that puts a tremendous pressure on the team, Chris, in that now they have 2 broken routines, and they've got 5 scores that must count.
And normally, Gordon, Arizona State's best event. So John Spini talking it over with his troops, trying to regain the momentum that he had earlier But now Arizona State having a little problem with the balanced beam, as most teams do. A very, very difficult event. Let's go to Stanford's Carrie Kanuka on tape, her first vault. One of Stanford's great performers.
Boy, she has some good speed coming into the horse. Handspring front summy. Oh, solid landing. Really got her feet planted.
And a 9.8 for Carrie Kanuka, the 5'4" freshman from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Now back to the beam. Can Arizona State regain its momentum? Tracy Butler will try for the Devils. Butler is a 5'1" junior out of Worthington, Ohio, and she is a tremendous performer. 9.8 is her best in the beam, and Arizona State could really use her to hit one right now, Gordon.
Well, she's got to be feeling tremendous pressure. If she's into the team thing at all, then she's got to feel like she better get a 9.8 just to keep her team alive. That's not a good place to be. Nice mound. Pirouette. Straddle down, back, shoulder roll. It seems like it would be distracting with the floor exercise music working at the same time that she's doing her balance beam, but somehow your body seems to get in sync with it. Rock solid. Just beautiful. Now she's getting near the time. Boy, she looks solid up there. Uh-huh. If she finishes her exercise, she's looking at something near her record, or maybe even beyond.
Her record of 9.8.
Boy, this is a great performance. Here we go now. Coming up for a dismount. Back with a full. Aha! Gotta love that one.
Tracy Butler, who was on the USA national team from 1983 to 86, a bronze medal in the Pan American Games in 83. So many of these performers on the national team before they get to college, Gordon. A little different than most sports you see, where you go to college and then get onto the national team.
That's a whole other conversation, I'll tell you. That's an interesting point.
So Tracy Butler waiting for her score. Hoping for a big one to put Arizona State back on the beam to say.
All right, here comes the dismount again. Takes a run down the beam. Round off. Two-footed takeoff into her back with a full and a good, solid landing. Yeah, I love it too. A lot of electricity in the gym, Chris.
And a lot of good scores being passed out. Still waiting for the score of Tracy Butler. We're going to have it when we come back. Stay with us here on ESPN. The Pac-10 Women's Gymnastics Championships just getting going. When we left, Tracy Butler was awaiting her score. She got a 9.55, and after 3 rotations, Oregon State leading, followed by Arizona State. But a big surprise, Washington has moved into third, Gordon, followed by Stanford and California, and UCLA, Arizona trailing.
That is a big surprise.
4th rotation. Vault. Stanford on the bars, Cal on the beam, and Arizona on the floor. We're going to pick it up. Our first look at the UCLA Bruins. Yolanda Mavety will start it off. UCLA wearing its new competition uniforms. First night in action, and they look good. Does that help you as a competitor to get a new uniform, Gordon?
Well, that's a home jersey, isn't it? Yolanda will be attempting a handspring with a front somersault. This is a 9-9 vault.
Oh!
That wasn't a 9-9 vault.
Nope, not a 9-9 landing for certain.
I'll tell you, she was out of whack right from the moment she hit the horse, too. All right, take a look now. She hits the horse, goes right past the horse, doesn't really get any block on it at all. Doesn't get any elevation to the cup. Just doesn't have enough time, doesn't have enough distance to get it around. You'll see it a little better from this angle. Shoulders get past the horse too fast. She comes out a little early, but she just doesn't get high enough to be able to get all the rotation around.
Yolanda Mavety filling in for the injured Carol Ulrich. Ulrich's best at 9.65 this year. Mavety only 9.35, so she's really trying to replace one of the great ones here at UCLA. Bruins with all kinds of injury problems, 3 or 4, as Mavety gets the last second instructions from her coach right behind her, Valerie Condos.
Now, typically, if you underturn the first vault, you'll tend to overcorrect and overturn the second vault. Let's see if she can get somewhere in the middle. Overturns it just a little.
But not bad. Not bad for Yolanda Mavety. She's now a senior from Montclair, 5'5". Former member of the USA national team.
All right, take another look at the same vault now. Far superior. She still makes a rather low landing. Gets it around. Yeah, she's very deep in her crouch there when she lands, but certainly is superior to the first vault. Now she needs to try to stop her forward momentum. She wants to hit the horse and try to bump her body backwards, if anything. She just travels over the horse a little too fast.
If you're wondering what happened to Carol Ulrich, sprained her medial collateral ligament last week, so that's why Mavety filling in on the vault. A 9.5, pretty good score.
Great score for that vault.
And this is Laura Neustetter. Neustetter, a senior out of Sunnyvale.
Well, a full twister on, a full twister off. Uh-oh, a little overturn. I actually liked her position pretty well in the air. That last-minute coaching, as if she hasn't heard all that before.
Scott Bull is the assistant coach.
All right, here we go now. Full twister on, then she has to do a handspring with a full twist off. Quite a bit going on there. Well, we'll see if she gets that one corrected.
So Laura Neustetter, 9.5. So a couple of 9.5s to open it up for UCLA.
Well, the vaulting judges are a little more generous than they are on beam, Chris.
Yes, they certainly are.
All right, let's see if we can stand this full up now. Pretty good vault. Now, let's see if the judges see any difference in it.
And the coach says, yeah, that's the way to go.
All right, this intent look now, trying to build her inertia up. Pull onto the horse, push off. Now, let's get the feet down. Okay, she'll take that. Same vault again now.
Gordon, is the vault considered the easiest event, would you say?
Well, you have to do at least 10 moves in every other event, and here you have to do one, so I'd say yeah.
Neustetter, a 9.65. And getting congratulations from her teammates. That will bring up Natalie Britton. What a story. Came to UCLA as a walk-on. She was a substitute, a person who filled in, and now she's UCLA's top all-arounder.
Here comes a front handspring, front summy. One more time.
And UCLA, Coach Scott Bull saying, if you can just stick that landing, then we may have something
We'll
here.
get a new contract. All right, now look at the intensity. Trying to build speed now, working hard, concentrating on the horse. Got to see the horse. Get into it with as much as you got. Boom, push it. Gets good lift. Just doesn't settle it in quite right. Technically, it's a good vault. Just overturned the landing a trace.
Britton had a 9.75 on her floor exercise earlier. And still awaiting her score on the vault. And it's a 9.65. So UCLA in the range, 9.5, 9.6. As the Bruins trailing in 7th place right now in the team competition, excuse me. And Britton sets up for vault number 2.
Well, she's dead serious about this event. All she has to do is land it. Ah, well, that landed it. Three-pointer.
So the Bruins having all kinds of trouble with the